What's the worst thing you've ever accidentally texted to the wrong person? I took a screenshot of a conversation and sent it along with "Look at this fucking idiot" to the person I was having the conversation with. Fancy a shag to my mum instead of a buddy. Unfortunately I was with her at the time. She just looked at her phone and said, "I don't think you meant to send me that." It wasn't the wrong person, but autocorrect made me ask my mom for condoms instead of condition. A total fassupper moment, because I didn't notice until she texted back. Was horny, went to send a risque text to my boyfriend Dan. I had also recently texted dad. Oops. When your period comes on like a storm with no warning signs. Meant to text it to my sister, instead texted it to ex-boyfriend. I once sent a text that said "I'm going to fuck you brains out tonight." Sent it to the receptionist at work rather than my husband. Man, has she gotten some mileage out of that one. When I was 19 my dad drove me to an airport 4 hours away. Soon after he dropped me off I got a text from him about how his was hard and how horny he was, that I assumed/hoped he meant to send to his girlfriend. Luckily I was out of the country for the next 2 months, so it was a while before I would have to look him in the eyes. "Can you come upstairs for a was meant to be "come upstairs for a secretary." Accidentally texted nudes to my boss once when I was drunk. He had the same name as a guy I was seeing, as well as a similar last name. He took it uncomfortably well, was suddenly overly friendly and smiley toward me, kept acting like we shared some sort of secret. Part of me wished he had just fired me. I quit shortly after. Will never make that mistake again. I texted my friend about my having a crush on Mandy. I accidentally sent it to Mandy. We've been together for 3 years and counting. My employer and plug had the same name. Texted my boss at 11 PM, "Hey, you available?" He replied yes. Life sucks and I want to end it all. Sent to my crush. I'm okay now. I just lost 2 relatives in a month and it was really hard on me. That bitch. I sent that to the bitch. I was texting my friend who was having a problem with the bitch. First time I smoked weed. I texted my mom saying we gotta get this high tomorrow. She instantly called me, and my best excuse being high AF for the first time was "autocorrect is really bad tonight. Dinner will be hot, ready and on the table at 6. I'm taking a shower, just waiting for you. Pictures included." Unfortunately, this message got sent to her boss. I sent a text to my landlord asking if she knew anyone who wanted to buy some morphine. An awkward conversation ensued. Back in the days before texting was not as prevalent as it is today, I was in the army. Soldiers do some gay shit like trying to get other guys to look at your balls. I emailed a pic of my balls to my friend who immediately decided to forward it to another guy we worked with. He types MO into the address bar to pull up the guy's last name and hits enter. He had his grandmother listed in his address book as Momo. Guess who got a pic of my balls? That's right, Miss World's Fair 1939. Oh my god, I just took a shit that would make a maggot throw up. And it was huge. Like poop knife, and the shotgun plunger was almost needed. What the f did you put in that chili? Meant for my good friend who had told me her chili we'd ate the night before was tearing her gut up. Well, it sent to my crush. That one keeps me up at night. Wasn't an accident. I sent my cop father a message acting like I was asking for drugs. It was supposed to be a prank. He knew it was a prank and convinced every cop friend of his to stage an arrest. They picked me up, took me in to be questioned. They tore my room to shreds and practically tore my backpack at the seams in case I was hiding drugs in there. When it was all said and done, and I was crying, my father told me never to try that again. I thought I had copied a YouTube video of a funny cute puppy. I pasted it in a text message and sent it to my mom. Apparently I hadn't copied the right webpage and instead copied a link to a gay S&M video on Pornhub, and that is what I sent to my mom. I texted "I'ma lick your puppy" like that accidentally to my mom when I was texting my friend stupid things. My mom got so mad that she wouldn't talk to me for a week. I actually have a screenshot of this. I thought I texted the wrong group, but my phone just glitched and said I sent this message to my family. I got home after school and my friend was still at the school parking lot stuck in the horrible traffic it gets. I was teasing him for being home already and said something along the lines of, "Oh, it's so nice to be home. I think I'll have a nice bowl of ice cream. Take off my pants as well." Because you know switching to gym shorts when you get home is a necessity, but I didn't feel the need to clarify that. Anyway, my phone glitched and said I sent that to my mom, dad and my sister. So right after I meant to send that to my friend. It was a joke. Then I get a text back from my friend with the group still saying it didn't contain him saying, "Darn. I was trying to buy mushrooms when I was a crazy kid in high school and accidentally texted my mom asking how much for an 1/8. She immediately texted me, "Honey, you don't need an 1/8. Only eat a stem and a few caps or you'll overdo it." I guess it could have been worse, lol. I found a really cool sweater in the lost and found. I'm wearing it now. Sent to my boyfriend's weed dealer on accident. So not bad, just weirdly embarrassing. I was replying to a scam number and sent "F you, I don't have a Mastercard" to my friend. Not me, but my mom once accidentally texted "I farted" to my former play school teacher. My mom once sent me a topless pic. She was trying to send it to my dad. It's been 4 years and I still haven't found enough brain bleach to erase the image. A pic of intertwined toes from 2 different feet to my mom. I texted my mom instead of a group chat with friends about a time a friend mixed Fireball with red Gatorade and chugged it halfway through the school day. I was texting a guy I really liked, took a screenshot of our conversation to ask a friend what I should say next and send it to him. I worked part-time in a shop with automated equipment. My boss asked me to go in over the weekend and check on the equipment that was running unattended. One machine in particular had been acting up. I used voice to text. I meant to say it didn't run hardly any parts. Instead it said it ran in her lady parts. Yep, I sent it without reading. My penis in a blue condom to my entire family. She needs to feel loved by you, not just told. Accidentally sent it to my girlfriend instead of her husband. This funeral is taking forever. Jesus. Our school has this app that's similar to texting, but it's to communicate with the teachers, and my first line auto-corrected to "Hey daddy," I literally screamed. Posted a nude to Twitter instead of sending it in a text. Caught instantly, but who knows if anyone saw it. Don't drink and sext on a broken BlackBerry. Accidentally sent a picture of my to my best friend instead of the intended person. I texted my tutor instead of a friend. I was asking him for address since I might have gotten it wrong or this old can't hear the ring. Well, she was very understandable about it. She knows it's a slang and it's not that disrespectful as she thinks. This generation lives in times where everybody is talking on everybody. She even laughs about it. Wonderful woman and very intelligent, I might add. She taught me maths better than anyone ever. I tried asking out my crush, but I texted the wrong girl and she said yes, so I'm now in a relationship that I never wanted to be a part of. Had a friend who knew that his other friend had cheated on his GF. This GF and my friend, we are also friends, and they were arguing, and he typed out what he wanted to say, her being a bitch and her BF cheats on her etc, and he accidentally sent it. Lots and lots of drama to follow that I completely avoided. The BF and GF still wound up getting married, so all in all turned out okay. I'm going to steal these plants and bring them home accompanied by a pic of said flowers. Texted it to my boss instead of my roommate. Fortunately I managed to get to her phone and delete the text before she saw it. This was in 2010, before fingerprints and facial recognition. I've had some dates with a girl. A few days after she told me she don't want to date me anymore, I was drunk and texted her something like, "Dude, I drank almost a bottle whiskey and I don't feel drunk. That's so weird." Until the next day I didn't even realize I've sent it to her instead of my friend. I was so embarrassed because I thought she might think I was drinking because of her and craving for attention, but I just had a fun night. I apologized, deleted her number, and was glad that I don't have to see her again. I once texted a message intended for my brother about crashing at his place, but actually got sent to a girl I was flirting with. In the correct context, the message was a light-hearted inside joke between siblings. To her, it came off as this skeezy message about getting pancakes after f***ing at her place. Hope, if you're reading this, I'm so sorry. I was looking for a new workspace at my work and earlier in the day was joking with my colleague over text about how I'll just mark my territory like a dog. So we were making lunch plans and she tells me to save her a seat. I reply back with don't worry, I'll just piss on all the seats here. Turns out I sent it to my manager, who has a very similar name. When I was a kid, my mom was driving my friend and I home from the movie theater, but she was in a super bad mood and being really rude and dry to all of us. So I texted my friend, God, my mom is being such a and accidentally sent it to my mom. I was really the worst. To my mom, yo, I think I left my eye drops in your car. My mom, why do you need eye drops? 10 minutes after she left the house. Me, 6, I don't, but I think they are in his car. Heart pounding, high as f***. We'll see my mom soon. Mom. Cringe time. This was back before the whole online dating thing was big. This was early 2000s, when chat rooms were popular. I had met a girl in a room. We eventually exchanged numbers and eventually planned to meet up, in Vegas of all places. So one day I texted her about how hard I'm going to, when I meet her. Well, I texted that to my friend's girlfriend instead of the girl. I tried to backpedal and cover my tracks, but she wasn't believing it. That's how my friend group found out I planned a trip to Vegas to have sex with a girl I met online. It was extremely embarrassing at the time. I had a friend I was really worried about. She had run away and was sitting in a train station really depressed. Essentially, she had told me and all her other friends that we weren't the people she wanted to hear from. So I messaged the girl who was one of the popular girls who she wanted to be friends with and sent her number so that she could call her and tell her to come home. Unfortunately, I instead sent the number to my friend who wondered why I was sending her own number. It turned out fine in the end. The popular girl didn't call because she thought it would make the situation worse, but contacted someone with more authority at our college who contacted her, while 2 of my other friends headed to the station to find her. All this time I was on family holiday, so too far away to help in any way other than distance. Saw a pic going around with titles for each zodiac sign. Virgos, my then boyfriend's sign, was the essence of beauty. I sent the pic with the caption "You're the essence of beauty" to my Weedman instead of boyfriend.